What's up, guys? Happy Wednesday. It's episode 180. Welcome back to the show. Hey, what's up? Welcome back to the show. Good morning. Yes, it's the morning. I'm feeling cozy right now. It's raining. I woke up. I made coffee. I'm going to podcast like good old times. I can people watch today because it's light outside. I used to do that every episode, and it's usually dark when I record. So now it's not, and I can talk about my hot neighbors, and I can tell you what's up with the dogs walking around. It's raining. There's not a lot of people outside, and I'm just feeling cozy. I hate to say this and use this word and term, but I'm feeling vibey. I just want to vibe on my couch and watch Harry Potter and drink hot chocolate and wear fuzzy socks and curl up today. So with that in mind, instead I'm going to work. Wait, what am I saying? No, it's ridiculous how, hold on. Sniffing my sweatshirt for no reason. Shit. So it's wild how when it rains in San Diego, I go from 100 to 0 immediately. Like 100 meaning I'm productive, I feel like I'm energized, I want to do everything, get all my lists, shit on my list crossed off. I go from that to what I just mentioned, like Harry Potter, lounging around, napping, chilling. I just want like a bowl of warm broth. Even though I bitch about soup, I want warm broth. Want some ramen. You know, it's that type of thing with me when I live here. Since I lived, okay. I'm from Washington. This is a daily occurrence there, but I'm going on 3 years in San Diego, and every time it rains, I lose all energy and all ambition, and I just don't want to do anything. So, yeah, what a wild morning we're having here. Let's get into the podcast. Today's episode is all about February favorites. And you're like, what the fuck? It's March 3rd. Yeah, I know. I didn't do favorites. Basically, I'm going to recap February and tell you guys what I was interested in and what I was liking last month. Just like a YouTube favorite video, except it's audio. And yeah, it's just a little me time, me and you, hanging out, talking about products, talking about things I was into. I just love the mornings. I don't know. I just love feeling cozy, and yeah. Oh, okay. And I'm in a comfy outfit, and I just love this day, and it's a good week so far, and I have my shit together, and unfortunately they switched positions or switched directions on the runway, probably to prevent plane crashes during the rain. I don't fucking know. Fortunately, they switched takeoff landing positions, directions, whatever, on the runway, and so the planes are coming at me, which is louder than when they're flying away from me. So just know that in the background, if you hear any noise, it's, yeah, okay, why did I call attention to that? You probably can't fucking hear it. I got double pane windows because I live in a city with a landing strip out my back door, and fucking I got sound protection. So why am I tripping right now, dude? Okay, so should I update you guys on what I did so far this morning? Is same old. Woke up, made my coffee, walked my puppy. I listened to jazz music. I went outside and listened to jazz music, and I don't know. I've been so present lately, and I think this weather's making me feel even more present. I just want to, I don't know. I'm high on life. I'm really high on life, and I think it's the 8 hours of sleep I've been getting for the last 4 days, and I didn't know what I was missing until now. All right, February favorites. First favorite. Let's just knock this off because I've talked about it so much. I'm obsessed with Nut Pods. It's called Nut Pods. Toasted marshmallow specifically is the flavor. Creamer for my coffee. And I like it because it's no sugar, no bullshit, right? But it tastes really good. And it pairs perfectly with my 8 o'clock espresso beans from Italy. And, 8 o'clock espresso beans from Italy are also a February favorite. I discovered them last month. I've been doing Starbucks espresso in my Barista Express you know when you like see a rich person's house and they have a espresso machine? So I have that one, and that's just what it is. Okay, any rich person you see on the internet, they have one. I'm not calling myself a rich person. I'm just saying I have it. But it's that one, and I discovered 8 o'clock espresso beans instead of, because I've been using Starbucks beans because it's like going to Starbucks. It tastes exactly the same, and I like that. But 8 o'clock is better. So that became a favorite last month. I ordered on Amazon. It's on the subscription now, and I combine that with my toasted marshmallow nut pods, and dude, it's so good. I feel like it's better. Like this combination is better than any coffee shop I've been to in San Diego in the last 3 years, and that's saying something. And that was my goal with this espresso machine. I'm like, if I'm gonna have this thing, if I'm gonna make that investment and get it, I want it to be. I want my coffee to be better than a coffee shop. And that's happened, and I'm super excited to drink my coffee every morning. Yeah, I know I used to have a theme, or I carried a theme through this podcast for the first like 3 months, talking about coffee every day. I did a coffee fact. I always told you guys what kind of coffee I was drinking. At the time, it was like a pumpkin spice latte situation. I know. I know. I'll own it. I fucking love that shit. I'm a basic white girl, heart to the bone, to the whatever. And yeah. So get in the know. You got, I think it's like $17.99 for a bulk bag at 8 o'clock, and then you got the $14.99 3-pack nut pods on Amazon. Order that shit up. It's so good. But yeah, I guess part 2 of that is no, I don't want to keep talking about like products. I'm gonna move to the next favorite. My next favorite from last month was stretching my right hip flexor. Sorry, I'm reading off my notebook. I wrote everything down. So next favorite is stretching my right hip flexor muscle, because I almost like don't want, okay, this is insane to admit, or fucking stupid, but I'm like, I don't even want this muscle to get looser and get more flexible. Like I want it to feel, I want it to stay where it's at, because for whatever reason, stretching it feels so good. It's like a hurt so good thing because it's tight. And I feel like so I know this about my body. It's all crooked and out of whack. Like I used to live with a chiropractor, a former chiropractor, who would like, he assessed one time that he thinks my rib cage is twisted. He was like staring at it. He's like, yeah, it looks like you've got a twisted rib cage. I think I'm all fucked up, but I look fine, like to the eye, but I think there's subtle things in my body that are out of whack. And I'm noticing now that I think my left leg is shorter than my right leg. Fuck. Okay, I know. Or something like that, because my right hip is so tight compared to my left one. And it sucks because whenever I do the splits, like I prefer my left leg forward. It's hard for me to get my right hip to the ground because of that hip flexor. So I've been stretching it a lot, but it feels better. Like I feel like it is so addicting to stretch it. Like I can't explain it. It feels like a massage. And I don't know, I'm like thinking about it right now. Like I just want to go into a hip flexor stretch, and I don't know. Because as you know, I'm doing the yoga thing full time. I've said no to the old workouts I was doing where I was, back and forth between like, do I want to have a big ass and lift heavy weights and do the bodybuilder style workouts, or the bikini body, whatever those competitors are, like those style of workouts, or, I was into CrossFit at one point, and then I was like a cardio bunny, always running, always on ellipticals, like always doing cardio. And anyways, I'm like committed to yoga 100% now, because I'm just obsessed with how I feel when I'm done with it. And I'm obsessed how it changes my body and makes me feel more connected to myself, and how I deep breathe more often. Anyways, so yeah, I've been stretching a lot. So yeah, the hip flexor stretch is a favorite because of how fucking good it feels. And I know I'm like, I don't know. I need to figure it out though. I need to figure out like why that leg seems longer or shorter or whatever. So yeah. Next favorite, I'm just gonna breeze by this one. Ozark, obviously. I know I'm late to the game, but dude, I finished it last night, and it ended with someone getting shot in the head, and I am so excited for season 4. I guess season 4 is gonna be in 2 parts. And I'm just like, I'm obsessed with Ruth. I will not stop. Like, if I have to name, if I had to pick my favorite performance ever of an actress or actor, she's in my top 3. Well, top 5 probably. If I had to, I don't know. I'm just thinking of, like, she's so good. What is her name? Julia Garner. Yeah, obsessed with her character, obsessed with how she did her. It's just everything. So yeah, that's a favorite, because it's also a favorite because I finally allowed myself to chill at night and watch Netflix without feeling like I'm wasting my life away. I finally had that coming to Jesus moment with myself. I think was it episode. It was like a few days ago on Friday. I had this moment of like, Jacqueline, you need to break your days up and allow yourself to chill and stop working at a certain time, et cetera, et cetera. So I've been watching shows. I've been watching Ozark, and I finished a season. I finished the whole entire thing, and I'm super excited for next season. So next favorite, Clubhouse. Fucking Clubhouse. I'm on it 24/7, constantly listening into. I'm just like a fly on the wall, listening to people talk about fun, like, I don't know. It's like fluffy shit about like, I had a whole episode. I think the episode was called "Why Am I Like This?" Bitching about how like redundant the information I hear is, and how it's just all about like gratitude and building a business and like all these like mental, what is it called, like mental health tips. I don't need all these like tips and shit that I have heard for the last 10 years in my ears through podcasts. Like, I've heard all this shit. So I'm at this point now with consuming information and listening to conversations on Clubhouse where I'm so maxed out of it all that I'm just kind of like, yeah, I know, I've heard this before. I know, life is happening for you, not to you, like all this shit. I'm like, I'm not seeking that anymore. And so as far as like trying to find I don't know, the fucking meaning of life and like how to, because I'm not personally building a business, and some of this, it's interesting to listen to, but it's not one of my dreams to own a company. Like, personally, it's not. And I don't know, a lot of I end up in a lot of the rooms that are full of people that are entrepreneurs and they've made their billions, and I'm just kind of like, I don't know, it's a little bit, it's just not of interest to me. But it's just also, it's fun to get into rooms that are chill and people are just making jokes and I don't know, honestly, Clubhouse is a fucking dating app. I'm just in the room the whole time. Let me just be honest right now. I'm looking at everyone's profile picture. If I like what I'm seeing, I'm on your Instagram, I'm stalking you, and I'm finding my mate. Like, that is why I'm on Clubhouse. It is actually, it's a dating app. Because here's the thing. People on there have their shit together. They have money, and I'm a gold digger, and they are they're sophisticated. They can hold the conversation because obviously they're on stage giving speeches and shit. Like, there is a multitude of options of fucking mates. Okay, why am I going on that tangent? Okay. That just got weird. It's too early for this shit. Let me reverse back. Do I consider what you got going, money-wise when I'm dating you? Absolutely. I will not be shy about admitting that. I want someone that can provide for me and protect my family and have a stream of income coming in. I'm not the breadwinner necessarily, and it's not the power structures and the woman makes more than the man. I just personally don't want that in my life, because it kind of goes, I don't want to get into it. I just personally, like, you know, I know what I want, and that's what I want. I don't want to explain why I want that. I'm not very progressive with my thinking about the relationship structures now, and how the women and the man and the woman are on an equal playing field, and though it doesn't matter if the woman makes more, blah blah. Like, I'm not so hung up on that. It's like, I need my man to, you know, like, I don't want to be paying for every fucking dinner. In fact, I don't want the man to ever pay. I don't want to ever have to pay. That's just where I'm at. So, guys, did I just scare people off? Fuck. Okay, so Um, yeah. Let me get back to that dating app concept or idea about Clubhouse. I just feel like it's a lot of me clicking on people's faces because you only have a profile picture on Clubhouse and then like stalking them. And I'm like, oh, they're an entrepreneur. Okay, they got this going on. They're also da, da, da. And I'm like, okay, you're hot. All right, let's just slide in your DMs. Even though I don't do that at all, I'm just browsing, you know. Um, but and I like it because this is why it's better than a dating app. If someone you're looking at starts talking, you can actually hear how they think and what they say. It's so nice. You're like, ah, shit, I like you even more. All right. That was not planned. I didn't mean to talk about that. I just wanted to mention a favorite of February was Clubhouse, and now I'm embarrassed. But what are your guys' thoughts about that? Like the woman in the relationship. I'm talking about heterosexual relationships. And yeah, like as a guy, do you care if your woman makes way more money than you? Like do you care, or is it just is one of those things where it's like I don't care but it's not ideal. Like I just or I don't fucking know. Here's what it does for me though. If I knew, like if I brought in, let's just make up a bullshit number. If I brought in uh 10 million a year. Okay, well that would probably be there's like that's just one of those things. I was going to say like 10 million and then my man brings in like 50K. Like I don't think that would ever happen I don't know. I don't know why am I going onto this tangent? I just think it like does something mentally. I don't care what you say, like money kind of fucking changes shit and it shouldn't. But it kind of makes the man, like if you're making a fuck ton more than your man, it kind of makes him look bitch and weak. It just does. I don't know what else to say. I don't know, like I'm just being honest. Like if I would just not see I feel like I look up, this is the thing, if I'm dating you and I know you've got a good thing going on financially and it's like way more than, I don't know, it's like hot, it's like attractive, and it's like I feel better as a partner than if I was the one balling out. I don't know, or we can both ball out, but it can't be like that, there can't be that much of a discrepancy. That was an extreme example, but like I don't know, I need to move on. This is about my favorites and not about fucking relationships and how much the person makes. But I will hold my ground about the man paying. I don't give a fuck what you say. I don't want to pay for shit. I'll like buy coffee, but like I'll go out and buy you coffee or little stuff. But if we're going out to dinner, we're not splitting the check. We're not splitting the check. I am not paying for dinner ever. That's just not an option in my brain. That also does something to me in a relationship. It makes me feel, I don't know, I just want to be taken care of, and that's what I want. So anyways, okay. Again, I'm not progressive and like I'm not what is it called, a feminist, I guess. I'm just really not. I mentally am in 1950 at all times with how I think of men and women. All right, I don't give a fuck about that either. I'm not trying to be you know, new age and hip with what I want. I don't know, I'm traditionalist. I like fucking old shit. And yeah, okay. That went on too long. Next favorite. I'm on military TikTok. I'm on relationship TikTok a lot. Those were two favorites. I also like airplane TikTok. So those are favorites. I told you guys, I think last month, that I enjoy watching people's TikToks that show the behind the scenes of careers that most people in this life will never experience. And that's why I like when there's combat videos. They're in the line of fire and they're fucking doing a TikTok and shit. Like fucking, I will never experience that. That's not a video game, that's real life, and there's people shooting at them and they're fucking videotaping it. It's like a TikTok made after the fact. But I'm obsessed with watching those. I'm obsessed with watching people's like interviews, veteran interviews on TikTok. There's a bunch of videos of that. aircraft carrier TikTok, a guy landing his, what is it called? The F-16. I don't fucking know. I should know. I follow like fucking fighter jet pilots on Instagram, but like when they're landing the plane or landing the jet on the aircraft carrier at night, and they're like showing that. I'm like, what the fuck? How do you see it? And it's wild. There's like giant waves and shit. And fucking there's that, and then airplane TikTok, pilots seeing inside the cockpit firsthand, like from their perspective, is super cool. I love that. And then the other favorite TikTok area is the TikToks where men say things that women don't know about men, or men don't, like, they go into the opposite sex and they either give advice or they say shit we don't know, like of the opposite sex. And it's really interesting because I feel like I always learn something new. I'm like, whoa, that's so specific. Like, there's a whole, like there are so many videos of guys saying when they adjust their balls or whatever, they're not like grabbing it, they're doing this like pinch and roll technique. Okay, I never knew that. Like, wait. They're so specific about it. They're like, we're not just like grabbing it, we're like pinching it and rolling. They're like, they just describe that, and I'm like, what in the like, what? All my life, I don't know. I see someone like mess with their junk that's like not even what I don't know. I guess all guys do that, and they also like do weird shit when they pee, like try to like get all the bubbles blasted before they are done. I don't fucking know. Okay, yeah, that's kind of weird that I'm liking those TikToks. They're not showing them doing it. They're just saying it out loud. Things girls don't know about guys. Part 67. I don't know. Next thing I'm enjoying, guys, here's where I'm at with this episode right now. Let me bring you into my podcast host world. What I mentioned about Clubhouse, and then I went on to the dating app thing, and then I mentioned how the man should make more than the woman, or it's ideal because of the way I feel in relationships if I make more money than my partner, and how I want them to pay, like all that stuff. I feel insecure, or not insecure. I don't feel insecure. I feel like I went a little too far with that tangent, and I'm a little bit, I don't know, just feel funny after I said all that. And I want you to know that I'm gonna post this anyways, but I just wanted you to know right now that I feel weird about that, and I'm still kind of thinking about it, and I do get in my head when I podcast as I podcast, and now I'm bringing you in my head, and now we're both in my head, and wow. But yeah, let me know your thoughts about that, and I don't know. Okay, so next favorite of February. This is so fun, dude. I love grocery delivery. So my new favorite thing to do is, and the reason I started doing it consistently was because I had a 8-month-old puppy. I was like, everything needs to be convenient right now. I can't rush off to the store and leave him, and leave him in the car or the crate. Like, I just want to be with him all the time. And I just felt weird about, I don't know. I just had this anxiety about grocery shopping in the store. So my favorite thing to do now is I go on Amazon, I go to Whole Foods, and I buy my groceries for the week, and I'm just like picking everything out, and I'm like, I don't know. I love it. I love how it gets delivered the next day or the same day, and I unpack it. It's like really, I don't know, it's just fun. It feels like, I don't know, I just feel like I literally just like play music and browse, and it's like fucking fun. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know. So there's that. And then the other thing I do shopping wise that's a favorite is, it's not complete. This hasn't been accomplished, but I'm kind of addicted to looking for a couch. Okay. I'm like addicted to the hunt. I'm addicted to the, like, I know what I want couch wise, but I can't find it. And so I'm like, every day I'm like hunting, trying to find the perfect couch because I need a new couch super bad because I have a love seat and it fits me fine. But like, I can't have a man over 6 foot on this couch. It doesn't work out cuddling wise. And it's fucking annoying because I have to push my ottoman up against my couch and make it a whole, like, make it longer, and it's really embarrassing, and I'm insecure about that. And I honestly have had this couch for way too long and I just can't find, and also I have a puppy who's kind of in that destroyer phase, so I'm kind of waiting out buying one until he gets a little more, I don't know, older, and like, I don't know. But I've been looking for literally 4 months, and I just can't find one that it's not perfect yet, and I'm obsessed with browsing. I love looking, and I just every day I'm like, it's like my little. Do you guys have those moments in your day where it's like a quick phone thing where you're like, okay, like for me it's time hop. I go time hop. I go, sorry. It's like your little like app routine. I look at time hop old tweets that I used to tweet. Even though I deleted Twitter, I just like to see what I was doing, and then I go to OfferUp, because I'm looking at, like, I like finding vintage shit on OfferUp, and then I do. Let me look at my phone. Robinhood. Well, that's all day fucking. And I was listening to. Speaking of Robinhood, someone was just shitting all over it. In an interview I was listening to. They were shitting all over Robinhood, which I completely get, but I never switched over to SoFi. Told you guys I was gonna move everything over to a different app after the Robinhood and the GameStop shit blew up, and I have, and I've stuck with Robinhood, but I don't know. So yeah, then I'm on Robinhood, then I'm on my weather app, just looking at the weather. I don't know, like bounce around 10 apps real quick. It's like a little break, and then I get back to whatever I was doing on Instagram and shit. What else? What other apps do I look at? Yeah. I don't know. Do you have that little bouncing routine where you're like, okay, I'm done with Instagram and I'm gonna check like 4 apps and then get back to Instagram? Yeah, I do that. Okay. I hate this episode. So yeah, grocery delivery, looking for the couch. This is what I'm looking for. So you know the cloud couch? I thought that was like the ultimate. That's like the Range Rover, like it's like the Range Rover of couches. I feel like it's like when you see someone who's like quote unquote like made it and they buy their first Range Rover and then they like have a cloud couch. It's like that, but like it's the Range Rover of couches. I thought like I like how it looks, but I want it to have a little bit more structure. So I'm trying to find like a perfect in between of a cloud couch and a more traditional structured, and I want it to be pure white couch. So yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Anyways, moving on. Next favorite. I've been revisiting Pinterest. I forgot about Pinterest. I hope it's all private shit. It's like very where it says like my old pins are so embarrassing, but I found my Pinterest or like went back to it and I was going through my old pins and it's wild. Like I've had it probably since I was like 18. It's crazy to see like the quotes I used to pin, and they're all like live laugh love shit and a lot of like peace signs at the beach, like Tumblr looking pictures, and it's so funny to look back. So I've been diving into Pinterest again, getting new inspo for, I don't know, I just like to look for, I honestly like to see what's current as far as interior design trends and fashion trends, because straight up I am not fashion forward. What is it called? I am not, like, I haven't gone shopping for new clothes that are from a store, like right out of the store, 2021. I haven't, or even 2020. Like I really didn't buy any clothes in 2020. I mostly thrift shop, but like I don't know what's hot right now at all. And so I've been going on Pinterest to kind of check in with that and see like what are and I'm noticing a lot of these like corset tops and like mom jeans and shit. And I don't know. I'm not obsessed with, I honestly hate how people dress here. And I'm one to talk. Like I don't try hard at all with my outfits. I look super simple and basic and I get it. But, sometimes I'm like, why don't I live in Europe where people really give a fuck about what their outfits look like, and it's like super classic, and they're so fashionable, and like they don't fuck up their faces with all this injections and shit and fillers and fucking like everyone looks frozen, and they don't do that, and they don't over tan, and they're just natural. They don't wear a lot of makeup or any, and they wear beautiful trench coats and like nice vintage blouses and shit, and like people do that here too, don't get me wrong. People do that too. I'm trying my best to keep it natural and shit, but I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, Europe, I get it. I get them. I like what they do. They take a lot of naps. They drink a lot of wine during the day. They're slower there. They're more. It's just like they're. When I say Europe, I'm putting every country in a bucket. Like, I don't give a fuck if it's France, Italy, Spain, UK, like England. Like, I have experience mostly with the French. I'm thinking French and British fashion that I've been around the most. But, or I guess Italy. But, yeah, fucking A. I think, is that going to be my new thing? Wait, let me work this out. I kind of want to I want to be an Instabaddie, but not like a Fashion Nova chick, like a Bratz doll. I want to be an Instabaddie who's like, I'm fucking European looking because I follow those trends, and I dress like them instead of Americans because I think it's better. And I think I need to start, that could be my new hobby, like podcasting. Like, I literally have so many nice classic pieces in my wardrobe that are well made. They're old. Some of the shit's my mom's. Like, really good shoes. Nothing's like out of a fucking what was it called? Like, it's not a Boohoo, Fashion Nova. What's it called? What are the other brands? Pretty Little Thing, all these fashion websites. Like, it's not from that. I have like good shit, and I need to put those outfits together. And I should just do that. It fits me better. Here's the thing. I got a classic look as it is, and I feel like I need to start my outfits need to match that. Because I'm kind of sick of looking like a little, like, college girl who's like crop tops and just like fucking high-waisted I don't know. All right. So Pinterest is a fave for inspo. Yeah. I just had a crisis there. I just spiraled about fashion and Europeans. Do you guys get that? I don't know. And there's something about me, I'll just say this, that I discovered early on as I started podcasting, that it comes out when I talk, and I'm quite the contrarian. I don't know why I feel the need to, or why I lean towards things that are against the norm in my age group or in pop culture, like what society's doing, what Instagram is doing. Like, I feel a need to do something different than it, or do something the opposite of it. And I guess it's like, sometimes I'm like, well, am I just trying to be better? Is it like, because you want to be better than other people, and you think it's basic to fucking dress like a Fashion Nova chick? Like, yeah, I do, but I also do it myself, and I'm one to talk. But it's like, I think I crave a life that's more, I don't want to say it, like, I've been thinking about how I've created my life, right? Like, everything about my life is this creation of ideas and words put into real, like, that manifests into my reality and my thoughts. It's all like this creation I've come up with in my fucking cauldron because I'm a witch. I don't know. Ew, I hate that. Cauldron is such a bad word. It's cauldron. But it's kind of like that, and I don't know, I want to be my own person, I guess. I don't want to be like everyone else. I like the idea of being unique, and the shit you do is, and nothing is unique anymore. That's what sucks about art and sucks about social media, is everyone's copying everyone. It's really hard to be you. It's not, well, am I fucking unique because I do a podcast 7 days a week? Absolutely. That's all I got now. That's all I got on anyone else. I'm like, bitch, you do it once a week? Boring. I do it 7 days a week. I'm better than you. And that's all I got that's the only thing that makes me unique now. I mean, yeah, what else makes me unique? Is this now am I going to spiral about what makes me unique now? Honestly, that's it. That's all I can really think of. I got other tricks up the sleeve, I guess, or other qualities, but I don't know. I'm like, I got one life. How am I gonna feel? What makes me feel alive? What makes me feel my best? What makes me excited? What makes me inspired? And I just don't. I like, here. Let me go back to Europe. Like, I find so much inspiration from European women and their culture and everything about what goes on over there, that I should just double down on that and fucking follow that shit instead of being annoyed all the time by what we do here in fucking SoCal. And trust me, what we do is hot as fuck. I'm not gonna knock anyone down for being a Instabaddie in Fashion Nova outfits, but like, I don't know, like, I just fucking overthinking it, overanalyzing it, of course. But hi, welcome to my podcast. I'm sitting looking out the window, airplanes flying towards me instead of away from me. They aren't being too loud today, but this rain is kind of, I guess, making me moody. Yeah, what is it about that? What is about that part of me that I have to do shit the opposite, do things different? Is it ego? Is it my ego? Is this all one big ego trip? Am I jealous of people? Is that it? Am I jealous that... I don't know. Here's the thing. When I watch like a Harper's Bazaar, when I watch a Vogue, and or what's the other one I love? YouTube. Nylon, I feel like, does these. Whenever I watch them go into like a Suki Waterhouse closet, or a fucking Camille Sherry, is that her last name? Sherry, or a fucking Alexa Chung, who's the other woman I love following? Any of these, like, European, like, they're from France or from the UK, well, like, whatever. One of their closets, they do like a behind the scenes of their apartment. They're walking through, they're showing all their shit. I'm like, it does something to me on a soul level that I can't explain, and I think that's what I'm trying to, like, do myself here in California. Like, I don't know how to explain. I'm like, I just want that. I want tchotchkes. I want vintage dresses and clothes and shoes and bags and like this wardrobe of personality that's unique to me, like they have, and they show on these fucking vibey, and not to say that word again, behind the scenes, like, apartment tour videos on YouTube, like Vogue does and shit. And I feel like I have that. I'm just not appreciating it. I'm not showcasing it. I haven't changed. Like, because I used to be, you guys have to understand this, I used to want to be that fashion blogger girl, that YouTuber girl who's like, here's my closet, here's my outfits, here's a picture of me in my outfit, here's a tag to the brand. Like, that's what I wanted to do. And I forget that I actually have that going on. I don't put that foot forward now. Like, my content is, it's not about that. It's about my podcast is, it's audio only. Like, this is it. You know, this is what I show the world of me. But I'm starting to go, like, I miss those days of, like, thinking about fashion, and, like, I used to really fucking care. It's not that I want to think about it all the time. I just want to pop off. I don't know. be more, just get back to my roots of like being my classic polished dressed self instead of this lump of coal over in the corner with just sweatpants on and yoga bras and like fuzzy slippers from Amazon. Like, what in the fuck am I doing with my life? My like, I think of my relatives, like they'd be ashamed of this. But it's also like, who gives a fuck? I don't see anyone ever. Do I sound like I'm going crazy? Like, literally, I'm staring out the window yelling. Still no people watching. No one's walked by. Everyone's watching Harry Potter inside, drinking hot chocolate like I should be doing right now. Dude, I love this weather. Happy fucking Wednesday. Where was I going with that? I'm not really done with my favorites. I just want to continue spiraling about European fashion and if I should fucking go hard in the paint with that. Because here's what's gonna happen. If I pop out, and not that I care about your opinion or what people think of me, if you're listening to this right now and I show up in a fucking blouse and a like satin skirt and fucking tights and heels and I don't know, something European looking on Instagram, you're gonna make fun of me, or you're gonna know why. And so please don't make fun of me. I'm just trying to be creative and get back to my roots. But then, like, dude, sweat outfits are so fucking hot and fun, and like they keep us young. They keep us millennial girls, mid-20s, fucking young. These crop tops keep us young. They keep us hot. They keep us relevant. They do. I love that shit. I wear that shit. At what point do I stop wearing? I don't know. When do I was thinking about this yesterday. Let's keep going on about fashion, because, like, I don't know. I never talk about it, so let's just keep going. I had this flashback of me hostessing at the Italian restaurant I used to work at, and I remember, like, there would be huge, we hosted huge parties for people, like a ton of wedding parties, bachelorette parties and shit, baby showers, birthdays, everything, right? And I remember how, like, women would walk in fully done up with like these beautiful, like they were in these beautiful outfits, and the material looked so nice, and they just looked so polished, and they just looked so good. And I just fucking want to look like that every day. I've had it. Am I cracking? Like, I'm sick of sweatpants. I'm sick of yoga pants. I'm sick of this shit. I want to be fancy. I just thought of like this blue dress this woman was wearing. It's like a flash in my brain. This happened yesterday randomly. And I was like, oh, they just look so good. Because here's the thing. I do that when it needs to be done, like occasions. Like those parties they are going to. Obviously, these women don't dress like that 24/7. But I was just imagining like the Real Housewife women. They're like they always have 7 bangles on, big ass glittery earrings, hair done, makeup done, like flowy dress, like a summer dress on at all times. I mean, I live in California. Why am I slacking off with the fucking yoga pants every day? I guess that makes sense. It is California. What the fucking A? I'm pissed I just went on this tangent. This is gonna be the episode where I'm like, I just went down a rabbit hole for way too long about something that's stupid, and I'm just gonna feel weird about it and then just keep talking, so whatever. Speaking of fashion, my February favorite, legit, I wrote this down. After that fashion talk, I was like, okay, I wrote down one of my February favorites. How did I follow this, or how does this happen? I wrote yoga outfits. I wrote yoga / deep breathing as a favorite, obviously, / yoga outfits. And here's why I'm saying that. Like, it's kind of weird to say this, but I would like be wearing, so I usually work with my yoga pants on already, and then like if I had a t-shirt on and no bra like I normally do. I just do yoga like that normally and tuck my shirt in if it falls over my head when I'm doing a downward dog and shit. So I was doing that for a long time, and so now I've been like putting an outfit out for yoga. It's like matching, it looks good, and that was a favorite last month because I was trying hard. I was like making my yoga practice feel like something special instead of rolling out of work and onto my mat in a fucking t-shirt, like a Led Zeppelin t-shirt or whatever the fuck I had on, like a ratty Old Navy t-shirt, some bullshit t-shirt. Yeah, I started putting on a yoga outfit and I just felt good about myself. So February favorite, that was it. Here's another one. Turmeric powder. Okay. Okay. I wrote turmeric powder. Yeah, I started putting turmeric powder on my cauliflower rice and I really like it. It's, I don't know. I like turmeric. So I it's all about like eating healthy is all about making shit taste good, right? Like boring food tastes good. So I feel like I've always been good at seasoning. So I like what I'm eating. I love, okay, so you guys know I'm obsessed with broccoli, frozen broccoli. I buy out like every bag at Trader Joe's every time I go there. The frozen broccoli bags are always in my freezer. That's just what it is. But I season my broccoli. I love cayenne on broccoli. And then I'll do like that. So I'll do cayenne, like garlic powder, salt and pepper. What else? Or I'll do like crushed garlic on my broccoli. And then I'll do a pan of, if I do cauliflower rice, I'll do cumin, turmeric, smoked paprika, salt, pepper. Do I do like fucking basil or oregano? Like I add like a basil, oregano, thyme type of spice on there, and then yeah, I like turmeric. All right, I feel like I could move on. I don't need to do a tangent about turmeric now. And then another food favorite from February, I rediscovered Honey Mama's chocolate. Specifically, it is the best chocolate hands down, like of all time in the world, available to eat on like right now. It is there. We don't need to make any more chocolate. We don't need to make a new brand. Honey Mama's trumps them all. Like best chocolate in the world. They have like a peppermint one I love. They have a lavender one I love, coconut one I love, a Peruvian one I love. They're always like, this is why I say Whole Foods isn't expensive. Like just hear me out right now. They're always 40% off because normally they're like $6 for a bar if you go to the store, like any store that carries them. Because they're kind of like a bougie, like they're like a really clean, like handmade chocolate bar that goes in the refrigerator and you just need a little piece because it's like this decadent little thing. I always like a piece of chocolate after dinner. Like that's usually what I do. But Whole Foods, like my Amazon Whole Foods delivery is as expensive or cheaper than me going to like grocery outlet or what. Like I know that doesn't make any sense, but a lot of the shit I buy is on sale or it's at the same price or cheaper on Whole Foods. And the chocolate bars is an example where it's like they're always like 3 something because they're 40% off. And I don't know. So I rediscovered Honey Mamas. Check them out. They have an Instagram. I just have these food items and snack items that I always go back to. And this is one of them, but I forgot about it. Like I've been eating a lot of it's like the Hue Kitchen, right? HU Kitchen chocolate. Or I'm a slut for a Ghirardelli 85%. A slut for an 85% Ghirardelli. Yeah, like, or no, is it Lindt? A Lindt 85%. That's my OG. Because here's the thing. I started eating dark chocolate when I first, so I started eating my journey. Okay. Now we're going to talk about fucking eating chocolate and the history of me eating. Okay, whatever. It's pouring down rain right now. Let's get into it. So I learned how, okay, to eat healthy. No, it was called a paleo challenge. this fucked me up diet wise and like body image wise for a minute in high school, but whatever. I started doing CrossFit in literally like 6th grade because my parents joined a CrossFit. Like I did CrossFit before CrossFit was like a thing. Okay, I know. What is that? What does that make me, a hipster, or whatever? I know I'm cool because of that, and I met the founder, and I've been doing it since, what was that, like 2006 or some shit? I don't fucking know. When did CrossFit start? Before that? Whatever. So yeah, I was around a lot of paleo talk, a lot of paleo eating people, and I knew all about paleo. So then in my junior year of high school, it was like a February. Yeah, it literally was February. I remember this so well because it was the first time I literally lost 10 pounds in a month, and I was like, oh, I get it now. Like, this is what it feels like to lose weight and feel skinny and like yourself better. So I discovered, like, I knew about dark chocolate and how, buy like the 85, 90%, 100% because it has the lowest sugar. So I discovered dark chocolate at that time. And I've been eating it ever since because it's like a great after dinner little dessert or whatever. It's just like a piece of chocolate, whatever. With that being said, why am I going on this tangent? Because I have bought so many Lindt 85% bars in my life. I've never thought about this, but that's the one I always buy. I always go back to it, and I just thought I'd share that with you guys because I just mentioned Honey Mamas, and no, I'm not on my period. It was actually last week. Thanks for asking. But I am a girl, and I do crave chocolate during that time. I am a basic girl with my cravings. I noticed that hardcore about a week before. I'm like, someone just inject me with cacao powder fucking right now. I don't understand that. Why chocolate? Why do we want chocolate? What is that? What is the chemical we need from I don't know. I'm proud to say, or not proud because I can't control it, but I literally don't know what a cramp feels like. Maybe like I've had them a couple times in my entire life, but I have no troubles, and it's fucking nice. And yeah, okay. Honey Mama's chocolate. I'd say my favorite one is the peppermint, followed by the lavender. Is that my neighbor trying to talk to me through the door? Oh my god. Dude, not a good time. I'm embarrassed. Holy fuck, I feel like they're trying to talk to me through the door. Hello? Do I have to whisper now? This is gonna be ASMR because I have to whisper. Okay, let me finish this episode. Jesus. We had next one, cozy meals. Let's keep talking about food, or do we want to go to a podcast I'm loving or a Spotify playlist I'm loving? I'm going to tell you quickly. My Spotify playlist I love listening to is dog music. I listen to that every night to sleep. I think I've mentioned that to you guys before, but I'm kind of doing this episode as if you've never listened before and you've never heard me talk about any of this, because like a lot of this stuff has been mentioned every day that I podcast, so whatever. But yeah, I like the dog music playlist on Spotify for sleeping. It was a sponsored ad on my Instagram when I bought my puppy, and then it was like, for dogs that have anxiety that need help relaxing, play this playlist, and then I discovered how much I love it. So yeah, dog music playlist on Spotify. And I have a note here. I was gonna lie to you guys and say I like sleeping with lavender essential oils, which is not a favorite at all because I need to get a new diffuser. In fact, I need to write that down. I need a diffuser. Putting that on the list. Yeah, my essential oil diffuser busted up, so I like to diffuse that when I sleep. Lavender and eucalyptus and shit. Okay, last one is my favorite podcast, Daddy Issues. It's called Daddy Issues Podcast. It's from dad and son, Jewish, Florida, Boca Raton. No, where are they from? I don't know. I discovered them on TikTok. They had viral videos, viral clips of them talking shit about current events in like a good way, talking about the insanity of, like what the governor of California is doing and how things are getting canceled. They were going off on their TikToks about that. And then I was like, oh, they have a podcast. So I started listening to it. It's called Daddy Issues, with John and Braun. I think that's their name. Those are their names. Fuck, my stock just dropped so much that I'm watching. Holy fuck. What the fuck? Red alert. It is the morning. I gotta pay attention here. Hold on tight, bitches. You gotta just, you know what? I'm stone cold. I don't fucking care. But it's interesting to see, or interesting to watch what the market's doing right now. Like after, what was it, last week? It's all because of the fucking stimulus and whatnot. The Republicans are not gonna budge right now. They're not gonna fucking budge right now, and it's just one of those things. We're not gonna have none of this stimulus shit's gonna happen and like get passed until like August. So like there's nothing to look forward to right now. Like don't even think it's coming. Like you shouldn't be just I don't know. I feel like there's so many people sitting around in their parents' basements just like not working, waiting for stimulus checks, and I don't know. This world's going to hell. So yeah, let me go to the podcast app here. Do you guys listen to me on Spotify or iTunes or Apple Podcasts? Okay. I'm on. So Daddy Issues with John and Braun. And it's a weekly conversation between a father and son about their differing views on life. They have a Patreon. You can find them on Daddy Issues Pod. I'll plug them. I don't give a fuck. Patreon.com/Daddy Issues Pod. They do extra episodes for I'm like their promoter right now, whatever. But yeah, they have 18 episodes. The last one was really good. They talked about white guilt. They've talked about like, I don't know. They go into like every current event that's insane, and they go off, and they disagree a lot about stuff. They disagree a lot about stuff. Okay. They disagree with each other often, and it's fun to listen to. So yeah, Daddy Issues Podcast. There you go. Check it out. I think that's it. Today was weird, dude. Today was weird. It is raining. I didn't mention that my last favorite's Cozy Meals. Ew, I hate the word meals. I used to work in retail, and it was like, instead of going on your lunch break, my boss would be like, it's time for your meal. Ugh, like I don't know why that fucking it makes me feel weird. It's like saying moist. It's the same shit in my brain. Like it does something to my brain the same way moist does. Time for your meal, Jacqueline. Time for your meal. It's my lunch break, bitch. Okay. She was a great boss, honestly. I learned a lot from her. But yeah, I like chicken thighs and butternut squash, and I've been adding cranberry sauce to shit to make it feel like Thanksgiving. And I don't know. I like cozy dinners. I'll say dinners. I like cozy dinners with like a nice squashy, sweet potato-y situation on the side or like a roasted red potato with a chicken thigh. I mean, I'm obsessed with chicken thighs right now. I don't know. It's kind of gross if you're vegan or if you don't like that dark meat, but I'm kind of in a phase with those. And then, yeah, like obviously broccoli on the side and like a nice gourd, just a orange squashy something, a little cranberry sauce. I should start making like homemade gravy. I don't fucking know. I just want to make a Thanksgiving meal in March and say it's fine and think it's fine and call it, god damn it, okay, and make it okay, and just not even think it's weird. All right, Jacqueline and the show. So that's it. Happy Wednesday. I got this done first thing. What am I gonna do tonight? Not podcast because I got it done, but I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna start a new show tonight. I don't know what I'll watch. I think I mentioned I want to watch Yellowstone, but we'll see. There's so many new shows. Maybe I should do like a week of documentaries and then start a show next week. It's my new lifestyle. Like it's wild to me how I never address that I feel Like I'm in a perpetual like time or washing machine of days that blend together with my work and my personal life and and it's like this blended thing where I've never broken it up and said I have to stop at a certain time, I have to start at a certain time, and I have to be disciplined with you know my chill time and like actually take that seriously instead of like, oh, work, sleep when you're dead, work all night, who cares, check your DMs, check your emails until 10 p.m. Like, why the fuck would I do it's dude, I felt like shit for so long and I didn't realize how stopping work at a certain time and watching a Netflix show and not being like on my phone and just like bouncing around, it's so nice. So yeah, it's gonna happen today. Jimmy just rang the bell, so I got to take him out to pee in the rain. I just washed him yesterday, so that's great. But you know what? He'll just it's no grass, no mud, or else he'll get insanely dirty again. But yeah, okay. Kind of a weird episode. I need breakfast. I'm gonna make probably some eggs, some avocado. Yeah, keep it light. Keep it tight. Keep it light. Maybe have an apple on the side. I need a little fruit situation. Spike my insulin. Give me some carbohydrates. Let me sprinkle a little cinnamon on top. Yeah, that's going to be my morning, and I'm going to get to work. Have a great Wednesday. I hope it's sunny where you're at, or I don't actually hope that. I think rain's fun, but I'm honestly drained. I don't know how I just finished this, or I did a lot of talking this episode, a lot of like slurring my speech and blending everything together and ramming shit down different tangents, but I don't know. No pain, no gain. No pain, no gain. Beauty is pain. What the fuck am I saying? No. Here's my summary of that. Who cares? I don't. Jacqueline, choose your words wisely. Be mindful of what you say. Don't say something if it doesn't have any importance or value or add value and meaning to someone's life who's listening. Just don't waste people's times with your nonsense. Who cares? I don't. Why does that matter? That's just a recommendation. That's not a law. And the fact of the matter is, recommenders, mentors of podcast hosts out there, just listen to this. Someone, at least one person, is still listening right now. They made it till the end and they're enjoying this. Someone is. One person, as long as one person is, I'm fine. I'm fine. I don't care that I'm a little bit cuckoo today because it's raining and I don't know what this is, and I drank so much coffee with no food in my stomach. It's all good. Typical. What's new? Jacqueline in the episode. All right, that's it. Love you guys lots. Hit that subscribe button. I'm here 7 days a week. Obnoxious, I know. I'm here 7 days a week. Head over to patreon.com/TJMS. If you're like, that's not enough, bitch, I want more of you. Patreon.com/TJMS is full of bonus content, more videos, more pictures of me, exclusive content. I do shout outs on Fridays for my loyal subscribers, and I do phone calls. I actually have one today at like 1 with my patrons, so check it out, patreon.com/TJMS. All right, have a great Wednesday. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.